Hey everybody, it's your boy Zero here doing a new gunpla review. In today's episode, we are finally covering the Skygrasper and the different striker packs. Unfortunately, I have no idea why I put the spare parts to do the perfect, but it is what it is, so yeah. Sorry guys, this took too long and life got busy and depression's an awful thing to deal with. So this episode took longer than expected. And for that, I apologize. And, my back being awful as it is, it was not helping. So, I wanted to apologize for putting this episode off. For that, you have my apologies. But with that being said, I swear I had more issues building the Skygrasper than I had any of the armor pieces. There were so many tiny pieces, one piece flew into the void, it was a mess. But all in all, it wasn't that bad of a build. Let's get into it and do the different transformations. Okay, so this is the the Skygrasper with the striker packs with everything that comes in box. Except for a couple of things, because there's a couple of runners with extra pieces on it. So let's get into that. So all the runners has an S on it, so this is the SF runner. You get this piece and a few adaptive pieces when you attach it to the Skygrasper. If that is your intent. I believe that's all for this runner. Yep, that's all for that runner. And for the SI, you get, if you want to display it separately, you get these pieces and this part to attach to the Skygrasper. And this piece too. Oop, and one right here. So you do have options if you want to attach it to a separate piece or to the Skygrasper itself. I didn't do it because I like the Skygrasper to remain itself, because most of the time I'm going to put the armor onto the Gundam, so it is what it is. And now the darkness comes the high grade. The real grade Strike Gundam, as soon as I fixed the V-fin on this stupid thing. There we go. Let's take off the Ale Striker. Now we have the real grade Strike. And so, yeah, let's put on the armor. And, yeah. Let's do a quick time skip so we can get to the good point. Okay, so here is the real grade Strike Gundam with the Sword Striker pack. Very simple. Very easy to put on. So, with that being said, it actually holds on pretty tight. Once you get everything in, surprisingly, it holds better than the Ale Striker pack, which I find hilarious. And yeah, it's not bad. It looks cool. You do get the beam effects to go with the saber and the beam boomerang. Just be careful with the beam boomerang. It isn't 100% perfectly tight. It can fall off, so that's always annoying. And yeah, nothing much to say here. So as you can see, nothing's coming off again, which is surprisingly more sturdy than it's when you have the Ale Striker pack on. It's weird, but hey, what can you do about it? So let's get into the next one, which is the Launcher Striker pack. So after much fighting, here is the real grade Strike Gundam with the Launcher Striker pack. And yes, I'm also too lazy to take off the shoulder pauldron of the Sword Striker because it looks cooler this way. By the way, I was mistaken. One of the spare pieces I thought was a spare piece was actually attached, so you can attach it to this arm. That was my mistake, and I apologize. I'm glad I was able to, make the video without, misinforming you guys. Downside, this is not tight. Surprisingly, it does not connect as well as see, this is the piece I was talking about. Fortunately, it doesn't hold on tight as, say, the Sword Striker pack. But there we go. But it does look as cool. Here's the launcher, which also does not hold on to the back well. So far, a third of this kit is jank. But then again, it is an older real grade kit, so it is what it is. But subtly with the shoulder stuff on it, looks really cool. I was like, why can't he stand up? And I realized, oh wait, this is the real grade Strike Gundam. It stands up like somebody who's had one too many beers. But here's the launcher, which is pretty cool. I do like the color separation on it. And of course we get this massive amount of decals. So you can pimp out the Skygrasper and both striker packs, which is cool. You do get 2 new hands. This is for, I believe, yep, this is the launcher's new hand. And this is, actually, this is the launcher's new hand. This is the sword. This is the sword striker pack hand, and this is the launcher striker pack hand. Which is pretty cool. You get 2 new hands for this. And of course, obviously, it attaches to the, you know, the AL striker pack attaches to the Skygrasper, which is also a cool feature. So, let's get to the summary and wrap up this review, because Lord knows I've been trying to figure out how to try to justify my statements, not justify, condense what my feelings are for this kit in a very concise way. So let's get into it. Okay, so the real grade Skygrasper. Oh, I didn't actually talk about the Skygrasper itself, only the packs. So here's the problem what I have with it. Right here, see this landing gear cover right here? This is loose as all sin and it won't stay in. So the only way for it to stay attached is to literally have the gears out. I hate that the fact that these gears have to be backwards. Don't know why they did it that way, they just did. Articulation on this thing, solid, nothing's coming off of it. These parts move. The cannon moves on the back. That's about it. Oop. You also get this little tiny pilot, which is pretty cool. And of course, you can open the window. You can open the cockpit a little, which is pretty cool. So yeah. And I love the color separation on this thing. Oh cool, one of the landing gears covers fell off. Because they too are not put in very tightly. They literally held in. See this tiny little notch right there? Yeah, that. That's all they're held in by. So, yeah, it's kind of annoying. So, this actually leads into what I was going to say. If you're not great with tiny pieces, do not get this kit. I mean, in general, do not get it. But if you're a completionist and you already have the real grade Strike Gundam, then, yeah, get it. That way you get all the striker packs. You can build your own, Perfect Strike Gundam, or buy the Bandai Premium Perfect Strike Gundam. You do have the option of the 2. But, yeah, it's a cool little kit. And I like the fact they gave you an option, I wish High Grade did, that you can get the little Skygrasper and, the striker packs, but now that you can just buy the option kits to get the striker pack, so it's a better choice that way. Too bad there's no mini high grade striker, but we do what we can get. But yeah, if you're not a real grade enthusiast or somebody who wants to complete their striker set, don't buy this. It's good, but not worth it, in my opinion. I mean, it's $30. It's not awful. But, it's not great. The launcher is not as good as the sword striker pack when it comes to stability. And the Gundam itself is very wonky if you combine the 2 of them. As you've seen, it's standing up is a miracle half the time. But that's just my opinion. And, yeah. If you want one for yourself, please use the links. I believe our friends at Galactic Toys may have the Skygrasper. If not, please check the sites you feel comfortable ordering from. Like my places are like newtype.us or Mecha Warehouse or USA Gundam Store. Yeah, those places I feel comfortable using, but that's just me. But hey, like I said, if you want one, I say pick it up. If not, I wouldn't recommend it. I want to thank everybody for watching. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. If you've been here from the beginning, thank you all for being there for me. If you guys are amazing, including the new guys. You guys are equally amazing. And yeah, if you want to support the channel directly, please use the links down below. Any of those links would be grateful. Remember, Galactic Toys is for 24 hours. Entertainment Earth is, I'm not entirely sure. Oh, on another note, I'm going to have a new link attached to the channel for a little bit. It's a link to a comic book that I'm supporting. It's made by a family member, so if you want to support my family, he's making a new comic, my brother. So if you like Godzilla, Power Rangers, Kamen Rider, you threw them all in the blender, you'll get this comic. It's a neat take on both multiple universes is one place, and yeah, it's a really cool idea. I say support it. It'll help out a homie. And you'll be helping out this homie. So I'll catch you guys in the next episode. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. I have no idea what's going to be about. I have no idea what model I'm ordering this week. It's a mess. And I'll catch you guys later. Thanks again for watching. Peace.